everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be, making a name for himself rapidly running the football.
All right, now look at 56. Look at... Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
First down, here's the run with Anderson, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Green, 39.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And some room to run now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Can't find anyone open. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Murray, the lone setback. They're going to give it to him running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. Third down here. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This is Archer. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Aldon Smith in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes for a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On first down, Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Chris Harris Jr. is not a name that rolls off the tongue quickly, but it should. He's one of the best cover corners in the league.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he floated one out there incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Here we go. Ohio.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
C.J. Anderson. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run. Anderson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So they'll try again with Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Murray the lone setback. Back to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the eye. They give it to Anderson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
The ball didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he cuts it out. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go. Let's
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out here in the eye. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And a cut to the left sideline. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's a first down for the Broncos.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So it'll be first down here after the run. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Anderson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Anderson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. It's so explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They come out here in the eye. Now a run with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Again, Anderson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Leopard! Leopard! Green, 39! Green, 39! Back 99, Philly, here we go!
Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 7 yards to go on second down.
Let's go! White, 90! Black round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go. What? Madison. Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's a pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They run. Anderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching? Dante Moncrief. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dante Moncrief. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Archer, the return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. And on the ground they go with a running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. That was second down run for Murray. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Let's go. Split round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Moncrief. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll look to throw again. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Moncrief with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And they'll run it here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, They were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, Anderson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dree Archer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's second down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Time running out here on the play clock. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They run it again with Anderson. And nowhere really to go. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Four yards remaining now on second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there for the Raiders. 35 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So they're operating in the red zone. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A toss to Murray. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Getting the call is Anderson running left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In the backfield is Anderson.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
And they'll give it to him here. And able to use this stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go! 3!
Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Oakland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.